All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thanks again for everybody for joining today, the Master of Engineering Leadership professional program. As we gather for today's session, I want to take a moment to reflect on the significance of the land beneath our feet. UBC's Vancouver campus resides on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. Land acknowledgements aren't just a box checking exercise, but a sincere recognition of the land beneath our feet. They are a call to all of us to understand our place within history and to act with respect and intention in the spirit of reconciliation. So let's proceed today with that awareness firmly in our minds and honoring those who have called this land home since time immemorial. My name's Dina. I'm the Associate Student Recruiter for the MEL and MHLP degrees, so the Master of Engineering Leadership, as well as the Master of Health Leadership and Policy degrees. I'm dedicated to helping you achieve your educational goals, and I'm here to guide you in exploring the MEL degree to see if it aligns with your career aspirations. As you learn more about the UBC MEL program and start your application journey, you can count on me to be there every step of the way, providing the support that you need to succeed. Today with me here is Damia Kripalani, one of my student staff members. She's here to support anything in the back end on Zoom. So any kind of chat support or starting the polls or anything like that, she's here to support. So if anything comes up, please don't hesitate to ask in the chat box and she will help you reply. We will begin with a 40 to 45-minute presentation. Actually, it might take a little bit less than that, 35 to 40-minute presentation covering an overview of our programs, eligibility requirements, application process, tuition, and finances. And following the presentation, we'll have a dedicated Q&A session where we'll do our best to address as many of your questions as possible. Before we get started, let me take a moment to familiarize you with some key features of Zoom webinars that will enhance your experience today. First off, the chat function. If you encounter any technical issues during the session, please use the chat to reach out for assistance. The second function is the polls. Throughout the session, we'll display a few polls on your screen, just like we started with the first one on the first slide. These are a quick and easy way to complete and will help us tailor the presentation to better meet your needs. And lastly, the Q&A function. This feature will be enabled at the end of the presentation for the live Q&A. We kindly ask that you hold your questions, any type of program-related questions, until then, so we can stay on track and make the best use of our time together. So if anything comes up right now, just take a note of it, and then the Q&A function will be open at the end. Or if you want to go ahead and type your question in the Q&A function right now, I will get to it after the presentation. Lastly, a quick housekeeping note. You don't need to worry about taking notes or screenshots during the presentation. Within the next 24 hours or later today, you'll receive a PDF version of the presentation via email. And the slides will include hyperlinks to additional information on our website. So you can explore all the topics that interest you further. We're excited to share this presentation with you, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, a little bit about Vancouver. Vancouver has just 700,000 residents, while the Lower Mainland, so the Greater Vancouver region, has 3 million residents. Vancouver is consistently rated as one of the best cities in the world to live in, recently ranking third behind Vienna and Sydney. Due to its beauty, it's also known as Hollywood of the North, since so many films and TV shows are filmed there. Once you get familiar with the city, you'll notice it's all over films and TV shows as you watch. Vancouver is also a vibrant and beautiful city with numerous parks, gardens, beaches, community centers, and a growing arts and culture scene. In fact, Vancouver is so dedicated to its parks that Stanley Park has been conserved for more than 130 years and is larger than New York Central Park. Vancouver is also an incredibly diverse place to live, with 40% of its population made up of newcomers to Canada. You'll hear all sorts of languages being spoken across the city, and it also means that we have every type of delicious cuisine available here. It is also home to Canada's largest Chinatown, which is a designated historic site and is home to restaurants that have been open for more than 100 years. It is also known for being an environmentally conscious city. Residents love to walk, run, bike, and transit across the city. Plus, a fun fact is that Greenpeace was founded here in Vancouver. I know you're probably all keen to know more about the weather. Vancouver has Canada's mildest climate. In the winter, average temperatures are between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius, which means we rarely get snow. And average temperatures in the summer are between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, which makes it great for visiting one of its beautiful beaches. If you're like me and you're a UBC alumni, you will have been to UBC before, but for those who haven't, we're a large Canadian institution consistently ranked among the top 40 institutions in the world, and one of the best institutions in Canada. As we will discuss more shortly, the UBC MEL is an interdisciplinary program, which means that students take courses both in the Sauder School of Business and the School of Engineering. Maclean's actually ranked the Sauder School of Business as #1 in Canada this year. If you're not familiar with Maclean's, it's a reputable Canadian magazine that ranks all of Canada's post-secondary institutions yearly, so you can rest assured that if you choose to come to UBC, you will be receiving a world-class education. Here are a few of many reasons to consider studying this program. The UBC MEL is an opportunity to advance your career by expanding both your technical expertise and gaining critical leadership skills as well. This program will give you the skills you need to promote innovation in your industry. The MEL was developed collaboratively between UBC faculty and industry leaders, which ensures that the skills that you gain are in demand in your industry. Not only will you learn from the award-winning faculty who are renowned subject matter experts, you will have lots of opportunities to learn from each other as well. All of our students are experienced technical professionals, which means you will learn from each other's diverse experiences all the time. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that graduate studies will challenge you both personally and professionally, but completing the MEL will allow you to see challenges in your workplace from a new perspective while understanding the unique constraints and challenges your industry is facing today. This really is the future of engineering leadership education. As an MEL student, you will focus both on the technical skills and executive leadership development. And as an MEL graduate, you will have the advanced technical expertise, fundamental business insight, and practical skills to drive change. Our current cohort of MEL students is quite diverse, with 58 students from in age from 25 to 51 years old, and with 3 to 20 years of work experience. Our students bring a wealth of technical industry experience to the classroom, which enriches the learning environment for everybody. The diversity of this cohort really exemplifies the benefits of cohort learning, which includes collaborating with your peers and challenging yourself to achieve personal and professional growth. Here you can see two of our alumni, Stephanie and Mahmood. You can read more about these alumni and many more on our website under the Alumni tab or via the link in the chat. Our alumni stories will tell you about why they chose the MEL, the experiences of the program, and what they have done since graduation. In addition to reading about our alumni on our website, check out the Ambassador platform. Here you can see two examples of MEL alumni, Peter, who studied urban systems, and Shri, who studied naval architecture and marine engineering. On the Ambassador platform, you can connect with our alumni like Peter and Shri to ask them these questions, like why they chose the program, how it's helped them in their careers, how they managed their workload, and what their favorite classes were. You can also now speak to our current students who began their studies in January, for example, to ask them how they feel about their experience so far and what they're looking forward to. Now, let's delve into the impressive graduation outcomes of our Master of Engineering Leadership. Our graduates emerge with a powerful combination of business acumen and leadership skills, empowering them to embark on exciting new career trajectories and also secure promotions. Our graduates possess the skill set required to drive innovation in their respective industries and cultivate resilient, high performing teams. It is important to note that while these statistics provide insight into the number of graduates who have achieved promotions or transitioned into new career paths, they don't offer a timeline for these accomplishments. This data encompasses our entire student cohort spanning from 2016 to 2023. However, what these numbers do reveal is our graduates' remarkable ability to assume greater responsibilities and pivot towards new career objectives, all tailored to their individual aspirations. The MEL program equips you with the tools and knowledge to accelerate your career within the dynamic landscape of BC's many industries. Each year, we reach out to our graduating students to gather their feedback and insights about their experiences in the program. This helps us continually enhance the learning journey and ensure that offerings remain relevant and impactful. Here's a couple of testimonials from our graduates. First off, the technical courses in the program help me better apply technical and sustainability concepts in my work. Another testimonial, due to my increased skills and knowledge, I qualified for more job openings in my field and even got promoted. These testimonials highlight the tangible career benefits and network opportunities our programs provide, and we're proud to see that our graduates are thriving and achieving their professional goals. Beyond the impressive outcomes of our MEL graduates, these careers are highly in demand in BC. Technical professionals rank as the second most sought after in BC's job market, ranking only behind healthcare professionals. STEM professionals lead as the top earning group in Canada, with engineers averaging around 111,000 annually. We often receive inquiries regarding the top employers for UBC MEL graduates. Here, we proudly present the top 10 employers that our students who graduated between 2016 and 2023 have successfully joined. These organizations are highly coveted within the Lower Mainland, and if you're already established in BC, you may recognize some of these employers, or they may even be your current employer. Moreover, we have compiled a comprehensive collection of over 100 real life examples showcasing the career journeys of our students, both before and after completing the UBC MEL program. For a deeper insight into these inspiring stories and to explore the diverse career prospects that await you, please visit our dedicated career prospects page on our website. You can access this valuable resource by clicking on the link in the chat box. To ensure the continued success of our graduates and students, the Student Services team is designed to empower your professional journey, committed to guiding you towards your ultimate career success. And they do this in a number of ways. First, we recognize that crafting a compelling cover letter and resume is important in showcasing your value to potential employers. So, to assist you in developing these crucial documents, they conduct year-round workshops focused on on cover letters, resume, interview preparation, and all. You will also be able to book a one-on-one appointment with a career advisor in the Faculty of Applied Science. And throughout the year, our program and faculty will host a series of networking events that offer invaluable opportunities for you to engage with industry professionals. These informal learning sessions provide a fantastic platform for our students to connect with organizations and expand their networks within the vibrant community of Vancouver. The program and UBC as a whole offer an array of professional development sessions covering diverse topics. These sessions, conducted throughout the year, encompass a wide range of subjects, including public speaking, student wellness, active listening, storytelling, networking, elevator pitches, and job search strategies, among others as well. Lastly, as a future MEL or MHLP graduate, you will have access to a growing network of more than 100 accomplished alumni. Our dynamic group of alumni are always seeking to expand their professional network and foster strong connections with professionals and industry leaders. Next, we're going to look at the four specializations of the Master of Engineering Leadership. There is no one general MEL program, so you'll be applying to only one of these four specializations. While we cannot delve into each specialization today, instead we will focus on what the programs have in common. The four specializations are clean energy engineering, high performance buildings, naval architecture and marine engineering, as well as urban systems. All four specializations are unique in that the programs are highly interdisciplinary. In most of all of our programs, you'll be taking courses in two different schools within the Faculty of Applied Science, as well as courses within the Robert H. Lee Graduate School within the Sauder School of Business. Let's use urban systems as an example. If you take this program, you will be taking courses in the School of Community and Regional Planning, Civil Engineering, as well as the Sauder School of Business. This interdisciplinary design empowers you to develop your business acumen and organizational leadership skills while gaining critical leadership skills in order to innovate in your industry. All of our programs are an accelerated design. You'll accomplish a full master's degree in just 12 months. Our full-time students study Monday to Friday on campus, although I should note that we do offer part-time programs over 24 months in urban systems only. To learn more about each specialization, I highly recommend you visit the program pages on our website. You will find the course information pages to be particularly helpful. You can find more information about this in the link in the chat. On this slide, you'll see a snippet or an overview of the full-time course schedule organized by winter, summer, and fall. Technical courses versus leadership courses. Some courses like APPP 504, that's under the summer term, business acumen for technical leaders, are shorter in duration. We like to call these summer camp because of intensive and immersive format. This is a 3-week course that happens Monday to Friday. Now, let's talk about eligibility for the MEL program. There are 4 main eligibility requirements. The first is related professional experience. The second is relevant academic experience with a minimum overall grade. The third is proof of English language proficiency. And the fourth is program-specific requirements only for clean energy specialization. So for the first one, professional experience, you need at least 3 years of a relevant professional experience. Work experience must be post-graduation, but we will count all work experience until December 2026. So for example, right now, if you have 2 years of work experience and if you continue working until December 2026, you will be eligible to join the program in 2027. The professional experience requirement excludes co-ops, practicums, and internships. So any work done during your degree does not get counted. Only work done after your degree gets counted towards these 3 years. The second requirement is academic experience. To be eligible, you must hold a bachelor's degree relevant to the program that you wish to study. Each program has different relevant academic disciplines, so ensure you're considering a program that fits your experience. If your degree was completed in Canada, you must meet the minimum of 76% in your final 2 years of study. And if you've completed your degree somewhere else, you can determine the minimum required grade for your country of study by visiting www.grad.ubc.ca/countries, so the website listed on the screen. Simply navigate to the country in which you completed your bachelor's degree in to learn more about UBC's minimum academic requirement for your country of study. Occasionally, a student may be admitted if they do not meet but are very close to UBC's minimum academic requirements. So if you think you may still be a strong applicant, please connect with us about your eligibility. For success in UBC's graduate programs, you must be fluent in English. All students must provide proof of English language proficiency, and they can do this in 2 ways. The first is doing a bachelor or master's degree in one of the 51 countries that UBC accepts as with having English as the native language. And the second is a approved English language proficiency test. So let's talk a little bit more about that. You can start by visiting grad.ubc.ca/countries to see if your country requires proof of English language proficiency or not. There are 51 countries in which UBC does not require English language proficiency, provided that you have a bachelor or a master's degree from one of those 51 countries. So for example, if you completed your bachelor or master's degree in the US, the UK, Sweden, Ghana, Nigeria, Singapore, this will satisfy UBC's English language proficiency requirement. However, if you completed your bachelor or master's degree in a country in which UBC does require proof of English language proficiency, first ask yourself, was your degree taught in English? And if the answer to this is yes, check your transcript, see if English is listed as the medium language of instruction directly on your transcript. If so, then yes, you meet the English language proficiency and you do not need to do any other testing. And if it doesn't, then you will need to take a test, and we have several options listed on our website. But those are the 2 most common options, IELTS or TOEFL. For IELTS, you will need to take an academic IELTS within 2 years of applying to the program, and you must achieve a minimum overall band score of 6.5 with no component less than 6. And for TOEFL, you need a minimum score of 90 with minimum component scores in 22 in reading and listening and 21 in writing and speaking. Again, you have to take this test within 2 years of applying to the program. If you have met UBC's minimum ELP requirements, you may proceed with an application. However, I highly recommend that you continue to practice your English as it will only benefit you during your studies. Lastly, if you're applying to clean energy engineering, you must also have a second-year thermodynamics course. You may have completed this as part of your undergraduate degree, but if you're unsure if you meet this requirement, please send your transcripts to us, and we'd be happy to review this for you. If you do not have a second-year thermodynamics course, you can take a thermodynamics course by Coursera. Coursera is a learning platform that and that offers a lot of online courses, and a bunch of them are accepted by UBC. So that's why we highly recommend that students take the thermodynamics course on this platform. It is also inexpensive and self-paced, so you can do it at your own time. You can finish it within a week or 2 weeks, three, up to a month. And it's also free to take, and you can download your certificate after that. And I believe it costs about 50 Canadian dollars. Now, if you're ready to apply, you will start by setting up a UBC campus-wide login, or it's other words, it's called CWL. If you applied to UBC before, simply sign in with your existing CWL or reset your password. You'll then fill out your biographical information in the online platform application, and the next step is to gather and prepare your documents, including your resume and letter of intent. Remember, a complete application is more than just filling out forms and includes your documents, references, and a video interview. Once everything's ready, submit your application and pay the fee. Application fees for 2025 are currently standing at $116.25 for domestic students and $168.25 for international applicants. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into what the application will actually include. First off is your letter of intent. This is a critical piece of your application package, and it's your opportunity to personalize your application. Tell us who you are and why you have applied to this program. Your letter of intent should follow a professional format, be single-spaced, and fit into one page. In your letter of intent, you generally want to address questions like why you have applied to this program, why is this particular program the best place for you to pursue your goals, how will the program help you achieve your professional goals, how have you demonstrated leadership capacity in your career, what skills and experiences do you have that make you a strong candidate for this program, and all questions of this sort. Your body paragraphs of your letter of intent will give the admissions committee more information about a few skills or experiences that you have listed on your resume, and you'll want to speak to these key strengths in depth as examples and demonstrate how they're relevant to the program that you wish to be admitted to. A common mistake we make with letter of intents is trying to talk about everything or fully summarize a career. Instead, try to focus on quality of these examples rather than quantity. Remember that this is a professional program, not a traditional research-based degree, so you'll want to focus on your industry rather than on your research experience. As a cornerstone of your application, your resume is more than just a formality. It's a personal narrative that encapsulates your professional journey. To ensure it speaks volumes in just 2 pages, here's what you need to do. First, make it concise, current, and comprehensive. It should distill your career into a snapshot that's both informative and easy to read. Present your experience in reverse chronological order, placing your most achievements, recent achievements front and center. Adhere to Canadian resume standards, emphasizing clarity and relevancy to the job at hand, and customize your resume to the program you're aiming for, highlighting skills and experiences that align with UBC's MEL unique focus. Remember, this document is our primary window into your professional world. An outstanding resume can really set you apart. It's your chance to show us why you stand out. So take the time to craft a resume that reflects your best professional self. An important part of your application to the UBC MEL program is the inclusion of 3 references, each offering a unique perspective on your abilities and potential. You will need one academic reference, so someone who has supervised your academic work, such as a professor or an instructor. You'll need one professional reference, so a supervisor or a manager who can attest to your skills in a work environment. And you'll need one additional reference of your choice, provided they've also played a supervisory role in your work or studies. This could be another professional contact or a different academic mentor. It's important to note that your references should not be personal acquaintances, such as family, friends, or members or peers. If it's been a decade or more since your academic pursuits and reconnecting with past professors is not feasible, you may substitute with a third professional reference. However, we do encourage you to exhaust all possibilities in seeking out an academic reference first to enhance your application. For each reference, you must provide their professional email address. Personal accounts like Yahoo, Gmail, or Hotmail should be avoided since we cannot verify these references' identities. In the event that a professional reference does not have a professional email address, our preference is for you to select an alternative referee with the required credentials. So if that's not an option for you, your referee may send the recommendation via postal mail, though this may delay the processing of your application. So we do prioritize digital submissions for your efficiency and recommend this as the best course of action. You will need to provide transcripts from any institution where you have been enrolled for 1 year or longer. Please ensure that you upload scanned or digital copies of all of your transcripts as part of your application package. If you are a UBC graduate, there's no need to submit UBC's transcripts. We will automatically access those records through your application. Now, for our international applicants or those who studied abroad, please take note that we are unable to accept WES evaluations or WES evaluations. These evaluations are primarily designed to aid employment-related matters. So for graduate program admissions, you will need to submit your original or copy of your transcripts as a first step. Rest assured, we are all well equipped to review and assess international transcripts regardless of their origin. In cases where your transcript does not clearly indicate your degree name or your conferral date, so the date of your graduation, we also require degree certificates as part of your application. Lastly, every applicant is required to review and submit a citizenship document, which can be in the form of a photo page of your passport or your permanent resident card if you hold PR status in Canada. This part is essential for us to verify your citizenship or residency status. Now, let's discuss the final component of your application, which is the video interview. We understand that this can be quite intimidating for many of our applicants, but please allow me to put your concerns at rest. First and foremost, it's crucial to understand that this interview is asynchronous, which means that there won't be anyone live on the other end of your presentation. Instead, you'll be guided through a process by a user-friendly program called VidCruiter. And here's how it works. You'll watch short recordings of our associate director posing questions to you, such as why did you choose to apply for this program? And following each question, you'll have 30 seconds to gather your thoughts and then a generous 2 minutes to provide your response. Believe us when we say that this is ample time to express yourself effectively. While this part of your application process may seem daunting at first, we consistently hear back from our students saying things like, you were right, it was no big deal. We want to make you feel at ease during the stage, so we've designed it to be as a manageable and straightforward experience as possible. After you've successfully submitted your application and paid the necessary fees, our senior program assistant will reach out to your references and extend an invitation um, for you to complete a video interview. These interviews must be concluded by March 25th, 2026. To ensure you have ample time for this process, we strongly advise submitting your application at least 1 month before the application deadline, which means aiming for a submission date by February 25th, 2026. So if there's one key takeaway from this session, we hope it is the importance of applying early. So let's go ahead and recap the key components of your application here that you need to submit. So first of all is the letter of intent. It's one page, single spaced, that talks about why you want to apply for this program. The second component is the resume. So it has to be fully up to date, and it highlights your key skills relevant to the program. The third is transcripts, so any relevant degree transcripts that you have. The fourth is the English language proficiency, if needed. Fifth is degree certificates as well as if needed, if your transcript do not state your degree name and your graduation dates. After that, there were three references, so one academic, one professional, and third of your choice. Um, the video interview, which is done asynchronous through VidCruiter, and lastly, a proof of citizenship, so your passport or PR card. Complete your application by March 25th, 2026, and you will receive an admission decision by April 1st, 2026, so just 1 month after. Decisions for all applicants in this round will be released on the same day. Once you've successfully submitted your application and completed your video interview, you might be wondering what's next. First and foremost, it's never too early to consider graduate housing, so we strongly recommend applying as soon as possible. Housing options are limited, and regardless of whether you're planning to live on the UBC campus, it often proves to be a cost-effective alternative to housing in Vancouver and its surrounding municipalities. For those of you with young children, it is wise to kickstart your research on daycare options early on and get your children added to any wait lists that may be necessary. Additionally, we want to ensure you receive all important communication from us to prevent any emails from going unnoticed. Please add the student services email to your safe senders or contacts list in your inbox. This is especially critical because every year some students miss out on critical information, including admission decision, due to emails getting end up in their spam or junk folders. So we recommend checking all of your email folders regularly to ensure that you don't miss any information from us. Lastly, in preparation to secure your spot, please be aware that a $5,000 Canadian admissions deposit will be required. This deposit is an important step to confirm your commitment to joining our program. So taking these proactive measures will help ensure a smooth and successful transition into the MEL program at UBC. Our full year program stands at approximately 33,000 Canadian dollars for domestic students and 68,000 Canadian dollars for international students. These figures are reflective of the cost of your academic journey with us. In addition to that, it is important to account for certain supplementary fees covering UBC's student fees and health insurance. You can find the detailed breakdown of those on the screen. And please note that these are in addition to the program tuition. It is essential to consider these fees when evaluating whether the MEL program aligns with your financial planning. While UBC doesn't provide scholarships, awards, or grants to students in graduate professional programs like the MEL or MHLP programs, there exists a range of external funding opportunities for which you may qualify for. Our dedicated team regularly assesses thousands of potential funding sources annually, so we strongly encourage you to explore our list of awards and pursue those that match your eligibility criteria. It's a proactive step in securing financial support for your educational pursuits. That brings us to the end of a presentation. With that, let's go over the next steps. First off, if you haven't already, please take a moment to fill out the Am I Eligible to Apply form. This step is crucial as it provides me with essential information to offer you tailored and high quality advice. And second, it is time to kick off your application process. Applications are opening on January 1st, 2026 for the 2027 cohort, and the first deadline is March 25th, 2026, so just 3 months. And questions will arise for you as you begin to work through your application. Please don't worry, I will be here to help you every step of the way. The best way to reach us is at melmhlp.recruitment@appsi.ubc.ca. So just the email listed on screen here. We monitor this inbox every single day and we will respond to you within 24 hours, if not sooner. When we say we're here to help, we are really here to assist you throughout the way. So with that, it is time to kick off our Q&A session. Please pose your questions in the Q&A feature, which you can find in your toolbox right next to the chat function. We will not be monitoring the chat from now on, so it's important that you put your questions in the Q&A feature and not the chat box. We'll likely get through all of the questions today, so don't worry. If you have 10 questions to ask, please ask them all, but please enter them one at a time into the Q&A since that will make it easier for us to moderate. If you have any personal or private questions, please email us instead at melmhlp.recruitment@appsi.ubc.ca. For example, if you're wondering if you're eligible, we will need more information that we can get from you today. So email or appointment is best so we can provide you with really good, helpful advice on your eligibility.